What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR and got another episode of the People's Questions, episode 124. Today I will be playing some Killzone ShadowFall. And before I get into you guys' questions, I just got a bit of a somewhat of a channel update with some more unfortunate bad news. Over the past week, my capture card died, so unfortunately I won't be able to record any more gameplay from PlayStation 3 games until I purchase a brand new one. So from this point, probably for the good next rest of the month, I'll be playing games on the PlayStation 4 just because it's easier to record and I can just add it to my voiceovers here. But jumping right into you guys' questions, the first three coming from Liono95, and you want to know, who do I think would win in a fight between Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles against Melina from Mortal Kombat? Um, hmm. I think Raphael is a skilled fighter, but he's very limited with his skill set. He doesn't really practice the whole ninja style of fighting. He's much more of a brute force combatant, and so he would be much more offensive, and he's limited with his size. So once he loses his size, he's really not that good at hand-to-hand combat. As opposed to Melina, she too is an expert in size, but she has magical powers. She is incredibly tough. She does have the Tarakian mouth, which, that could do some real serious damage to Raphael's head. And I think she knows more fighting styles than Raphael does. And even though he's more of a brute force kind of fighter, I think Melina's even more ferocious because she fights like an animal. So I think Melina could take down Raphael. Next question is, what is the craziest thing I've ever eaten? Well, I'm not sure about craziest, but I know that some people have said that what I do with pizza is crazy, but I don't know, I eat pizza with ketchup. I don't think it's crazy, but I think some people would say that's kind of crazy. And the last question is, what is my opinion on the death penalty? I'm not against it. I mean, I certainly think there are some people that have committed crimes that they should die for. But I think that they would need to commit some really, truly terrible things in order to get the death penalty. Like some people say that, when someone commits a crime, they can always be forgiven. But I do believe there are a number of crimes, and it's how they do the crime that makes it unforgivable. I do believe that there are people that are just unforgivable, and those people, I think, deserve death, and, the world's not going to miss them, and I think their death will make the world that much better of a place. The next two questions come from James V, and you want to know Grand Theft Auto 5 or Watch Dogs? Grand Theft Auto 5 hands down. Believe it or not, I still have not played Watch Dogs. I don't know. I haven't been hearing too many good things about it, and surprisingly, I'm even contemplating returning Watch Dogs before even playing it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was one of my most anticipated games of this year, but I really haven't heard too many extraordinary positive things. I mean, I've heard it's a good game, but, I was expecting a truly amazing game, and that isn't exactly what Watch Dogs is. But I really want you guys to tell me, do you guys still want me to play Watch Dogs or just return it to Gamefly? Give me your answer in the comments down below. And your last question is, am I upset that Batman Arkham Knight has been delayed to 2015? No, I'm not. Games get delayed all the time. I think with these delays, it just means that they need more time to make the game that much better. And if they need some extra time to make the game that much better, then that just means my expectations for the game are going to be that much better. And coming from Rocksteady Studios, I think they'll be able to deliver. They've done it every time. The next two questions come from GSS765, and you want to know, am I interested in The Witcher 3 or The Division? I originally didn't know too much about either one of these games, but after E3, I have to say I'm really looking forward to The Division. It reminds me a lot of Spec Ops: The Line, except in a desolated New York City, and I think that's very, very interesting. Next question is, have I played Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, and what are my thoughts on it? No, I have not played the Definitive Edition. I don't need to play the Definitive Edition because I already own Tomb Raider on PlayStation 3, so I see no reason to replay a game I already own. I mean, I don't care if it looks slightly better. I mean, it's not enough of a difference in terms of graphic-wise for me to want to play it again. The next question comes from Zach Jaime, and you want to know, do I play FIFA? No, Zach, I don't. I'm not much of a sports gamer unless someone be willing to challenge me online one day. The next four questions come from Drake and G, and you want to know, Which Marvel or DC character do I want to see get their own video game? I know this guy has had video games before, but I really would like Rocksteady to give it a try. I want to see a good Superman game. I know he's had, a history with video games in the past, but with Rocksteady ending their run with Batman, I would really like to see them give a good try with Superman. And if they can't do Superman, then I want to see a good Wonder Woman game. I don't think we've had that yet. Your next question is, what are my thoughts on Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods being released in U.S. theaters? I'm pumped up to see it. I mean, technically, I've already seen it in Japan, but, hopefully it'll be playing, if I'm still in Vegas, hopefully it'll be playing in a theater in Vegas, and I'll be sure to check it out. And I'm not sure if I'll review it again, because I don't think my opinion's going to change much about it, but, yeah, I'm really pumped up to see it on the big screen. Next question is, am I a fan of martial arts movies? Absolutely. Big fan of martial arts. I'm not enough to want to learn some myself. I'm more of a guns kind of person, but I can absolutely acknowledge that it takes a lot more training and discipline to, learn martial arts moves and to fire a gun. And your next question is, what are my top favorite martial arts movies? Draven, I'm actually going to save that question. I'm going to do a separate top 10 video, so give me like a good couple of days and I'll have that video up. And the last three questions come from JDS4696, and you want to know, in Batman vs. Superman, do I think the battle will resemble their fight in The Dark Knight Returns? Most likely. It's unquestionable to me that Batman is going to have some type of metal suit. They've already confirmed that Ben Affleck's Batman does have multiple suits. That's kind of something Batman would do. He would have a suit for a different type of scenario. And I absolutely think Kryptonite is going to take a part in it, although I'm not sure if he's going to use the distractive tactic that he used in The Dark Knight Returns. I think he's going to find some way to just bring it out and then put it in Superman's face and then beat the crap out of him from that point on. Your next question is, do I think their fight will be complicated? Nope. We all know Kryptonite is most likely going to make an appearance here. I can't really see them having Batman fight Superman without Kryptonite, so I don't think it's going to be complicated. And your last question is, when do I think Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain will be released? Well, I was really hoping we were going to get a release date from E3 this year, but apparently not. So, if I had to make a guess, I think we'll get it probably early 2016. I mean, if this game is really that big, then it's fair to say that we're nowhere even near a release date. So, early 2016 or late 2015, one of the two. And with that, those are all the questions you guys sent in for this particular episode of The People's Questions. I'd like to thank you guys for sending them in. If you have any questions you would like me to answer in the next episode, please feel free to type them in the comments down below, but make sure you get them into me before next Wednesday when I start filming this. You can also press one of the links in the description down below so you can follow me on Twitter or friend me on Facebook, and I will be sure to friend you and follow you back. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.